With us now to talk more about this story and the impact of it around the world, advocate Anat Bernstein-Reich, the chairperson of the Israel-India Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Anat, for being with me. It seems like this boils down to new laws that eliminate the middleman, allow produce farmers to sell directly to customers. Is that a bad thing?
Allegedly, it's excellent thing because until now and until September, when they enacted those laws, farmers were limited to sell locally in their mandis, as they call it, the markets, the local markets, and there were middlemen that sold it to the big retailers. So when I heard about those laws, I was happy for the farmers because it really increases their gain from their produce. Apparently, the farmers are not happy with those laws, and one should really read it really carefully to understand what's their agitation. First, they want minimum price. They said, okay, those laws, maybe some of them are good, but we want a minimum price set in the law for our produce. Apparently, and that relates to other important issue, 10,000 farmers are committing suicide every year because they lose money. So they say, give us a minimum so we know that we have what we need to cover our expenses. And then they say that those laws are, as you rightly said, are in favor of the big guys that will take a bigger chunk of their produce.
But they'll get money, though, right? I mean, they would get money from big corporations who buy their...
The question, how much? Look at the onion prices. The onion prices jumped 4 times until recently. They didn't get 4 times what they usually get, okay? They got their small fees on a kilogram of onion. So they're saying, give us a minimum that we need and protect us from the biggies because your rules, your acts don't protect us. That's why they are now all over Delhi, covering Delhi from 4 sides and really protesting and intend to stay there.
It's been going on for many weeks already. I want to ask perhaps about an impact here in Israel. In recent years, Israel and India really have strengthened trade ties, everything from water conservation, technology, agricultural tech. Does this ongoing farmer strike perhaps impact the trade relationship?
I would say that all the Agritek companies should use this momentum to promote their technologies. Because what happens in India? In addition to the low prices, 30 to 40% of the produce is lost from, we say, from farm to fork. 30%. It's a lot of money. And it happens because they don't have storage, cold supply chain. The shelf life is very limited.
So are there Israeli companies, Israeli firms that are helping?
Israeli companies have the technology. We have precision agriculture. We have storage solutions. We have cold supply, and et cetera, et cetera. Now is the time to come to India. And we already have almost 30 excellence centers that the Mashav foreign ministry is doing, but it's not enough.
Is it make it more difficult? This has been going on for nearly 100 days now. Is it more difficult to have those connections as the strike goes on and on and on?
I mean, it should go in parallel. We're not going to solve India politics because it has to do also with politics.
Yeah, where the protests are happening.
Yeah, but the leaders of this protest is Punjab, the state of Punjab. We have great relations with Punjab. We just hosted the chief minister here a while back. We can bring them technologies to improve their situation. We're doing it. Not enough at all, and we can make a change. The protesters went this morning to the Supreme Court of India. Yeah. They sent them for an expert committee to discuss. They're saying that they will stay there until Republic Day in 26 January and continue the agitation. I believe that Modi will not want it to go longer because then governments collapsed in India because of farmers and agriculture. Well, so Modi understands that.
And this is a crisis that is intensifying, but perhaps a resolution in sight in the days ahead. Anat Bernstein-Reich, thank you so much for being with us and talking about the impact of this. Great to have your perspective.
Thank you.